You know, 10 years ago, my description of you, you wouldn't have liked. I thought you were right-wing nut jobs. I thought that you homeschooled children, which made you kind of weird. And I had a conversion experience. I had an extraordinary experience that changed everything. And I think it's instructive, because I think I'm a nice person, and I think most people are nice and are good at heart. But no one ever told me about capitalism. I was 38 years old, and I had never heard of it. Only that it was, you know, that businesses were run basically by serial killers, rapists, you know, people who basically, you know, mining was done by people who go out with large buckets and spread arsenic on the land. You know, that's who they were. That's all I ever knew. Until I did a story. I was a journalist. I did a story in Romania about a gold mining company trying to open a mine up in Transylvania, and two environmentalists, two foreigners, went in there and stole the dreams of a very, very impoverished community. And I became a looper for capitalism. I became a lunatic for capitalism. And if you're not a lunatic for capitalism, we're all in real trouble here. But Poland and all of Eastern Europe right now is controlled, their energy is controlled by whom? Exactly. Is Russia a friend to Poland? Guess who doesn't want fracking in Poland? Vladimir Putin made a speech about it. Vladimir Putin is concerned about the environment. Well, there's a first. There's a first. The next thing we're going to hear, the Chinese care about the environment. And by the way, here's something that you need to hang on to, and this is very important. Environmentalists say that they love windmills. They love windmills. Well, apparently they love the bald eagle too. Well, guess what? You can't have both. You can't have both. There are consequences to things. So your endangered species all over this country are getting killed by those windmills. Here's another thing about the environmentalists. They love those windmills, but guess what they don't like? They don't like copper mining. So they won't allow the copper mine up there in Alaska, the Pebble mine, to open. Yeah, but you know what? You can't have a windmill without copper. Join the dots, for God's sake. Nothing new. And they're telling terrible lies. If they get away with these lies, the consequences are terrible for us. The gas industry, this thing that's happened, my God, do people understand the miracle that's happened here? This is incredible what's happened to communities in Pennsylvania and upstate New York. Well, upstate New York is very sad. But in communities all across Pennsylvania, in Texas, in Oklahoma, you guys know, you're from those places. Tiny towns across this country that were dead have opened up the shutters. This is something great. And you know what happens to young men who don't have a job? This is not a healthy community. I have been up in Michigan recently, and it's beautiful. You see these young men, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 driving a truck. This is great, and this is the American dream, and you have to fight for it.